All right, yes, we are back with our third Night of Champions reaction video, and we are now discussing our thoughts on Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross. Just a regular matchup here. No street fight, no championship on the line, just a regular match, and it just makes me wonder, Nika, why wasn't this just on SmackDown?
I don't know. It should have been on the SmackDown because there was nothing on the line in this match, but...
Right. I agree. And some others pointed out, and we didn't talk about this during Rhea Ripley and Raquel Rodriguez's match, but because they were not championship matches, we had the U.S. women's title on the line last night, as well as the women's title was on the line with Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton during SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe those two matches should have been flip-flopped. Sami and Karion should have been on SmackDown, along with Rhea Ripley and Raquel Rodriguez, and then the two championship matchups should have been on Night of Champions.
Maybe they wanted to balance it out.
Yeah, maybe.
But I know what you mean, because Saturday was the main event, not Friday.
True. I mean, yeah, they're never going to do 4 women's matches and 2 men's matches.
Yeah,
on,
that's true also.
Paid live event, or PLE, as I'm learning the lexicon, everybody. Back to the matchup at hand, Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross. Now, we've been kind of seeing this feud build up for months, as Sami Zayn has been putting it. I've been dealing with this for months, Nika.
Yeah, I know.
And Karrion Kross seeming to want to like provoke and bring out some dark side Sami that he feels like exists.
I guess.
Well, I took Sami ahead of this matchup, Nika, and you took Karrion Kross, and you were wrong.
I know.
Sorry to say. But before we get into all of that, Sami got quite the reaction coming out here, and I read about it. I didn't realize his parents were Syrian and stuff, and you can see he kind of came out in some Middle East attire here and Palestinian flag-colored pants, and he was well received by the crowd. You cannot deny it. It was a special moment for him, according to, well, WWE here. That's the caption on the picture. Mm-hmm. And you can see the crowd reacting all on their feet, and
he's really loved over there.
Looks like it. It looks like it. Anyways.
So it was a good choice for his match to be in Saudi Arabia.
It was, yeah. But it could have been on SmackDown last night and still been in Saudi Arabia. These two put on a pretty decent show here. This was one of the highlights of the match when Sami Zayn was in the old sleeper and he was about to drop the hand for the classic third time. But no, he came back to life with the crowd's help.
Of course.
He would go on to get the victory here, Nika. I was not surprised by this, but apparently you were, because you took Karrion Kross ahead of time.
Well, I took him because he was unknown, and I thought maybe they're just gonna give him a push because he hasn't been in the matches recently that we have been watching.
Yeah,
that was the only reasoning. Not that I'm a huge Karrion Kross fan.
Well, you make a good point though, because we brought up this point during the Raquel Rodriguez and Rhea Ripley reaction video. Was that a lot of people were complaining that Rhea Ripley didn't need this win, and it would have been better for Raquel to get the win. You're kind of making the same argument here with Karrion. And it's hard for me to find an argument to disagree with you, other than the fact that, like, again, the international audience, they don't get to see this product a lot, at least not yet.
Well, they see it on Netflix.
They see it on Netflix, but they don't get to participate. Mm-hmm. And when it comes to popularity and who they want to participate with, they want to participate with Sami's music.
Oh, yeah.
And Rhea Ripley's music. But it felt like filler to me, though, on a Night of Champions card. That's all.
Definitely should have been on SmackDown.
Not trying to hate on Sami or anything, and certainly not Karrion Kross. And if they were going to keep it on Night of Champions, I wish they would have added some emotional weight to the matchup. We've been getting teased by Karrion Kross that there's this like dark side Sami somewhere lurking inside, and I would have loved to have seen them play that up or do something with that, or like have him be tapping into something. I don't know, show something visually.
Okay, that makes sense. So now because he won, is he going to SummerSlam?
Well, I don't think it has anything to do with it. This, like I said, there was nothing at stake here. There was nothing on the line. So
just a brawl.
I stand by that this should have been on SmackDown, but I understand why it was the way it was. And, ultimately, I kind of look at SmackDown and Night of Champions as one big 2-night event, honestly, and it just had different branding. That's all. True. All right. Well, Good job. Let us know what you thought in the comments below on this matchup. Were you team Sami or were you hoping for Karrion Kross to get a push like Nika was? Let us know in the comments below, as they say. Thank you again for watching, everybody, and we'll see you on the next one. Nika.